President Trump touting his popularity in the UK, but today protests erupted in London over his visit. At one point, police worried they might have to pause the march because of its massive size. Let's bring in CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh. Nick, President Trump has criticized London's mayor. He criticized Prime Minister Theresa May. Is the special relationship between England and the U.S., is it falling apart?
Jake, it will always be there, but frankly, he's been on the ground here for merely 30 hours in London, and during that time, he met the Queen, experienced the full breadth of British pomp and ceremony, barely ever came into central London, insulted the Prime Minister, tried to apologise to her, backed her main rival, but what was in no doubt is on Regent Street, where I'm standing in central London, there were tens of thousands of people out in force to absolutely repudiate the fact he was even here. Here's what we saw.
Tens of thousands clogging streets that would normally be sealed off to allow a sitting US president to be whisked through. Instead, fury at racism, immigration, sexism flooded Regent Street and marched to Trafalgar Square, some going as far to physically attack a punching dummy decorated as the Donald. And London, the multicultural heart of Britain, was just getting started. Women dressed as handmaids paired their white caps with white protest signs. Even anti-Trump trumpeters sounded their alarm. This blimp, perhaps the most visible sign of disapproval raised in the UK so far. It was about as close as anything resembling President Donald Trump would get to the seat of government of America's closest ally. He said it made him feel unwelcome, and slammed the London mayor for approving it in a widely critical interview with the Sun newspaper that targeted his host.
Well, police have actually told people to stop coming into central Trafalgar Square because it's near capacity this baking afternoon, and that gives you an idea really as to what kind of political damage Donald Trump may be able to do to British Prime Minister Theresa May, regardless of what he says. So few people in the United Kingdom approve of him as a president that in fact, to some degree, she may actually benefit from his harsh words.
Still, President Trump has left British leaders and the UK press utterly stunned and very politely furious. The ego has landed, the Daily Mirror declared.
Let me tell you the irony of people are lecturing me about the art of diplomacy. I'd argue, with respect, it's not diplomatic when you're about to enter a country to do an interview which criticises the Prime Minister and the strategy that she's embarking on.
The damage his 3 days here have done will take months to digest, but it's unlikely he'll be back in a hurry.
Now really, has Theresa May been damaged by this? Kind of unclear. Trump is so deeply unpopular that her sort of gilded way of smiling in his presence, never really causing a standoff and managing to perhaps keep the whole thing afloat. The special relationship is vital to so many Britons here, frankly. May means she's the ultimate winner from here, and you saw on the streets, no love lost at all. He's not coming back anytime soon, Jake.
All right, Nick Payton-Walsh, thank you so much.